Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Phil. I got my co-host here, Samantha.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel.
Bars and Barbells is the name, but you should know that because you're already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, hit the button now before you forget, because we got tons and tons of content every single day. We got more videos coming. We got music, all kinds, heavy metal to hip hop to rock and roll,
Great
to
vocalist,
blues to vocalists,
everything.
and we got sports and comedy as well. So hit the button now. That means you won't miss anything going forward by hitting the notification bell, too. And we always appreciate the support that you guys come through on this channel, guys.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Tons of comments. And you always make sure you hit that like button, which we appreciate. If you want to do that now, you can. And today we're doing somebody new that we've never done before on the channel.
Yes, which is always a fun time.
Yes, we got Toto. And hopefully that's how you pronounce it. But you guys have mentioned this a few times on the channel. And was this one of the bands that your mom had mentioned?
No.
Okay, so this is just pulling it out of the comments. There's a couple that we've got coming, I think, that Sam's mom has mentioned. But
yes. She's been loving the reaction channel journey. So
yes, yeah. And so, like you said, I'm always excited when we check out somebody new. I think this group won a few Grammy Awards.
Cool.
And they're kind of a fusion.
Got high expectations here then.
Yeah, I think they're also a kind of a fusion of music. They're deemed an American rock band. And I think we said it was from the 70s, right? But they have mixed a few different sounds together from what we were reading. So anyways, we always appreciate the insights, guys. Drop them down low in the comments. Let us know about Toto. And we're going to get into Hold the Line. You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Let's do it. I think I might have heard this before.
Okay. You know that introduction for sure, like the piano, the keyboard.
Yeah, it sounds really familiar.
Yeah, okay. And I recognize that the guitar, I guess, that they're coming with in the beginning. I don't know if I'm going to recognize the rest of it, but I think I might know, like you said, that just introduction portion.
Yeah, I feel like it might be something that they use in movies or something.
Yeah, exactly.
How do I go back?
It's their first time.
Usually he controls the keyboard.
This is fire, man.
Yeah, this is sick.
Like you said, I've heard the hook portion of this, but like the guitar riff, I recognize that, and maybe the hold the line quote.
Yeah.
But I don't recognize the guitar solo.
No.
I don't recognize his verse, the vocal in his verse. And I never, like I said, I probably have heard just pieces of it and not the full composition. So hearing this now, it's such a fire song. Like we said in the beginning how they kind of, mix and match different sounds. And I can hear that in this song alone.
Yeah, I would agree.
The guitar riffs are like almost heavy metal-ish.
Yeah.
But then you got this piano, pop, classical kind of vibe.
Yeah.
And his vocal is like a pop R&B kind of vibe.
His vocal almost comes like R&B-ish to me. So
yeah, and then the driving percussion again, like very rocky and heavy metal-ish, right?
Yeah.
And it's very prominent as well. And then the way they all mix it together just sounds perfect.
Yeah,
like his
I love
vocal.
it.
Yeah, his vocal is outstanding too, and like the build, as they build into the chorus for the transition, awesome as well. So I'm loving this one.
Yeah, I'm really liking it too. Similar to you, I recognize pieces of it, but I don't think I've ever heard like the full thing. I think it's probably just been pieces from like movies or popular like TV shows or something like that. Because like the hold the line like chorus piece I definitely recognize, and that intro I recognize, but I've definitely never heard like the guitar solo or this as like an entire like composition.
So you're basically the same as me then.
Yeah.
Pieces of it, but not
the
full thing. Do you like it?
I do. I like it a lot. Yeah, it's awesome.
And so what do you get in vibe wise from it? For me, I'm kind of feeling like I said, because it's mixed and matched all together, it's at first I was like, I don't know where we're going with it, but now it's just, for me, it's like a feel good kind of party, upbeat, up tempo.
Yeah, I feel like also it's something I could picture people listening to when they're like driving, or like I wouldn't say like for me it's not like as much of like a party song, but definitely I feel like it's like upbeat, like get like pumped up, like kind of in the zone, like kind of vibe. I don't know. I like it though. Definitely like high energy.
So and then the lyrics, I mean, for me, I don't know if you agree, but it seems kind of repetitive. Like he says the same things.
Yeah.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
But the gist of it, like a love song for sure. But I feel like he's saying it's not this thing, it's not that thing, it's not something particular. And then he says, hold the line. So for me, that is, saying that it's not one specific thing about the love. It's love as a whole. When you hold the line over time, then that's what's going to
define
what love is, right?
Yeah,
in a relationship,
it's love is not always on time.
Yeah.
Too.
So
yeah.
Love and relationships aren't just one specific thing. It's just they build character over time.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think maybe that's the summary of the lyrics, because there's not a whole lot to it, right?
No. And then like you said, a lot of it is kind of like repetitive or like similar idea being repeated.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Anyways, let's get back to this vibe that they got going on here.
It's not in the way you look or the things that you say that you
I think probably too that like love isn't always on time means like you have to be patient sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you got to have patience when it comes to love because there's going to be ups and downs within the process. But if you just, you know, hold the line and you remain patient, then, you know, things will come to be as they should.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure. And I take it back when I said I didn't know if it was a party song. I think it could definitely be a party song. Like jam out.
Yeah, I think for sure that back in the day.
For me, like I have a hard time conceptualizing party songs sometimes in more of like rock style music because my envision of party, I guess, from my upbringing is always like when you're like dancing more in like, I guess, hip hop style dancing opposed to like rocking out. You know what I mean? So, I mean, when I think of partying, I'm thinking like, well, you wouldn't like really dance to this, but you totally could. Like,
but you just
way.
were.
I know, that's what I mean, but like in a different way.
You were chair
right?
dancing.
Yeah, exactly. So I correct myself.
Yeah, and I mean, I think like you said, it's just maybe your perception on things because you never experienced that in the moment, right?
Yes, exactly.
I could totally see myself like being back in the 70s and like this coming on in a party. And yeah, but you say rocking out, right? And that's like I said, like your description of it. But people would be jamming out and like having a good time, you know, and dancing to it. Like I 100% could totally see myself dancing to this. But it's just you have to be, I think, understanding, you know, the culture and what songs represent and what the feelings portray, and you know, and when you get those things from listening to the songs as they were released, then you can, you know, coincide that emotional response at that moment of, you know, partying because, oh, did you hear that new song, Hold the Line? It's so crazy. And then it comes on and you have a party to it type thing, fair. Right?
Yeah.
So it's I think that's one of the things that's beautiful about music, right? Is that you have your experiences that coincide with listening to them. And I think even that sometimes for the listeners or viewers that have, you know, listened to this growing up and then they see us reacting to this, they forget that we're experiencing this for the first time right now.
Well, I think that's what I was just about to say, that it's sometimes hard for me to conceptualize what it would have been like for the people when this first came out because we never experienced that, right? So like when you're saying like, oh, it's a party song, I'm thinking of like, how would I party to this right now? Not 50 years ago or 40 years ago or whatever, right?
Yeah, I think though what I'm saying is that like what you know when you listen to this X song for the first time, where you were, what you were doing, who you were with. It brings
back all those memories and those feelings of nostalgia. And
so it's not just the song, it's the experience that comes with it. So I think that's how sometimes it can be overlooked from our perspective, from what we're experiencing, but also from the viewer's perspective of what they experienced. And they're like looking at us being like, how can you not understand this? Right? Because we weren't there in that moment. So it's harder. So, but that's what I try to do when I listen anyways, is I try to like put myself in that mind state of like, you know, being at a party in the 70s, listening to rocking out to this, right? Anyways, long enough video for a 4-minute song. I enjoyed it. It was a banger track for sure.
I loved it.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed our reaction. If you did, hit the like button, leave us a comment. Let us know if there's any tracks that we should check out in addition to this one. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that now. Hit that notification bell. Come back tomorrow. Check what we got coming next. And we will see you then.
See you in the next one, guys.